Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. This is week 4 of the fantasy ups and downs and smiles and frowns of football. Glad to have you here. Glad that all the people watching are thankful. I just killed a moth with my hand right in the middle of the video. Murder! We're here with Nico. Nico Suave's here doing homework. What a gay. Because we all know that homework is gay. Big news in fantasy. This is the last week of trading. The trade deadline's cut. It's zilch. Nico. Nothing. Nico. Nothing else. Week 7 winners for this week are myself, that's John Will Ritchie, John Mark Junkins, and Nico won. Congratulations, Nico. Yay, yay. Rivalry winners was Sal Middle Sal Nitri of the Salvo Part 2. It was the Salvo Part 2. The Phoenix rose up and came to win. He beat Mr. Rick while he was in Japan in another continent. That's the first time this has ever happened in the Fantasy Football Cast. No one has ever lost while they're not in North America. So congratulations, Mr. Rick. Sort of a big deal. Last week, betting lines, I pushed on 2 betting lines, which means I exactly hit them right, which means I'm some type of a genius. Nico, what do you think? You think I'm a fantasy betting genius?
Oracle.
Nick thinks I got an oracle. That's wrong. John Will, we know you have an oracle. That little kid when he was at Disney World, I don't know how you won. You must have, y'all were colluding or something like that.
Collusion.
I don't know. Collusion. That's what it was. He's probably texting you. You probably balled himself up. That's what you did. It was on the spinny wheels. It's like, sorry, Mom, I got to text John Will. Telling him to start all these, that random New York Jets guy that you started, number 11. I don't even know him. But speaking of collusion, wouldn't that be funny if it was like an STD? Like, oh my gosh, you have colludes? She has colludes. Then you have to go get a KIV shot? Because we both know that the collusion starts with a K. So it'd be KIV.
Gross.
So you better watch out for KIVs. But on the betting lines, I missed on the John Mark game. I had Brooke to win, but I did have John Mark scoring less than 100. So, but I guess, a loss is a loss. I missed on Michael. I just didn't take it in that Bonesaw after he won. He probably was just, throwing down, drinking, just guzzling down alcohol. And he was hungover for this week. And that's why I lost. I forgot about Bonesaw being hungover. And I won on the Salvo. So not an awful week. This week's matchup, we have me versus Big Sal Salinitri, Mr. Rick. I'm hit hard on bye week. I don't have Ray Rice and A.J. Green, so that sort of sinks me. But Mr. Rick's team started putting up a ton of points. So I might be doing good. I really think it's going to come down to Trent Richardson and Chris Johnson. They're sort of wish-washy. You never know what you're going to get. Next game we have our Jacob versus Grace. You don't have a Chi? You don't have 4G? You don't have a backup cam? I got Grace to win this game because Jacob is Auburn, and Auburn plays Texas A&M this week, and I think they're going to get killed. And Auburn, we suck as bad as getting a hand job on your honeymoon, so what can you say after that, Other game we have is JMJ versus Nick Gim. This is a tough one for me to pick the game. Both are sort of hit with bye weeks a little bit, but I'm picking Nick with a little bit of an upset pick. John Mark's starting Steven Jackson, and he's got Kyle Rudolph starting. And I think that that might hurt him a little bit. It's a little upset pick. Rivalry games. We got rivalry games this week. First, we got the general manager game. The 2 Wesley intramural chairs last year were John Will Ritchie before he moved. Thanks a lot, John Will. And Brooke Bonnie. And they're facing each other this week. So it's like a general manager sort of game. I got Brooke because John Will is starting a bunch of Jets and Browns players. I just think really Brooke's going to win. But we'll wait and see. Now it's time for the one, the only. Get excited, everybody. It's time. It's time for the Salvo! The original Michael versus Steven. It's going down, everybody. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Michael Salinitri coming in at you from 7th grade. And Steven Salinitri, he's the one, everybody. They'll be playing each other. The battle of the Middle and Little South. Steven has been this Phoenix. He has been rising up as the Phoenix. But will he continue to rise? Will Steven continue to rise? I think Michael, he's a big Zelda player. I think he's going to be the Link. And I think Bonesaw will be ready. And he'll come and he'll slice him down. I think he can do it. I have faith in Bonesaw. I think that Bonesaw will be ready. And I think he's going to pull the upset. Michael always does this to Steven. And I think it's going to happen again. That's just gets. Betting lines. I got Rick Salinitri as -4. I don't think Trent's going to be healthy. And I just think he might beat me. I got Grace at negative 20 because I think Auburn's going to lose by at least 21 to Texas A&M. And as you know, Jacob is Auburn football, and he is Gene Chizik. But, you know, I wouldn't bet on this one, folks. It's really hard. I mean, Auburn lost the damn Commodores. What can we say? Auburn, Board of Trustees. Bobby Petrino! Damn! We can't even throw the ball. Last play of the game, we throw a 4th and 15 pass. We threw it where our owner receiver couldn't even catch it. Threw it out of bounds. Thanks a lot, Clint Mosley. Yeah, I said it. I didn't call him Clint either. You know, Auburn's, we're just awful. We suck as bad as, you know, getting stuck in a room alone with Ron Mao. That's how bad it is. Next, I have Nick as -5 as my upset pick. Just think JMG, I think Steven Jackson, Kyle Rudolph might kill you. But I might be wrong. The GM Bowl, I have -2. I have Brooke, and I have -2 as Brooke. You know, John Will, I hate you. You left Auburn and left us with Scott Leffler, so I can't pick you. For the Sal Bowl, I have Bonesaw by -13. I just, because he's always really lucky, and, you know, Sal's unlucky, so I think 13 is going to be the number. Playoffs, as if what they were today. First, the number 1 seed would be John Mark Junkins. The number 2, 3, and 4 right now, we're in a 3-way tie between Brooke, Nico, and myself. We're in a 2, 3, 4. The schedule will play this out, and everything will be fine. There shouldn't be any big ties. And if there is a ties, it goes head-to-head, and then I think it's points scored. How many points your team has scored? So then I'll go to that. Number 5 seed will be John Will Ritchie. And number 6 will be Sal, Middle Sal, Sal Nitri, the Phoenix. The Phoenix is coming back a lot. Right. The JCS predictions. Got the JCS from Jacob a little while ago. And I think he's been crunching numbers any possible way he can. I got the email, and it had this week's stuff. And then I saw these other tabs. I was like, I was texting him. I was like, Jacob, why are these other tabs there? It's like, oh, I've been figuring stuff out. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a possible way that Jacob could actually make the playoffs with 1 victory right now. I don't think it happens. He's getting 3 wins, just like Auburn. But if that would happen today, let's see. The likelihood, though, of Jacob, if you making the things like Michael Johnson, saying that he's STD free. I just don't think it's going to happen. But if they were today, you have John Mark Junkins. He would be number 1, barely over me at number 2. Then you have John Will at the 3rd spot. At 4th would be Nick. At 5 would be Brooke. At 6 would be Sal, Middle Sal, Sal Nitri. At 7 would be Grace. At 8 would be Jacob. At number 9 would be Big Sal. And number 10 would be Little Sal. So that's how they'd be.